Good evening. Audience members and honored guests may please be seated. Graduates, I would ask that you remain standing to honor and pay tribute to your family and friends for their love and support.
Thank you, guys. Parents, faculty, cabinet, and esteemed board members, most importantly, the graduating students of the class of 2022, good evening and welcome. Before I say a few words to this distinguished class of 2022, I would first like to acknowledge the very important people on this stage who have played a huge role in the lives of our students in making it here tonight. Would the following staff please stand and remain standing until all names have been called. Michelle Leonard, Angela Milanov, Jeff Rainwater, Derek Muhammad Ali, Lori Uchwal, Eric Flessa, Karen Bartnowak, Eric Cravaco, Olivia Savacha, Krista Gentilini, and is she still in the audience or on stage? Last but not least, Danielle Clippard. There she is. She stayed down to help out. I appreciate that. Whether you are online or in person, one of these staff members undoubtedly made an impression on you in a significant way in your educational journey with TCC. Tonight, I would like to acknowledge their efforts publicly. Staff, you are tireless in your pursuit of customer service. You give more than you should ever be asked, and you do it daily. I am humbled to be in a position to support you in these efforts, and tonight I join everyone here in saying thank you. Okay, you guys can sit down too. It's the last time I make you stand up. Tonight I want to talk with the 2022 grads, and first of all say congratulations. As you sit here and reflect on all you have done to make it here tonight, I have a thought that I would like all of you to consider: the power of second chances. Most of you came to us with that thought in common. You were looking for a second chance in life. Our school met with you, embraced you, and most importantly, did not deny you that second chance. And you are here tonight because you seized that opportunity. Now, I ask all of you to quietly reflect on that for just a moment. What did it feel like when you realized there were people that believed in your ability to turn things around? What did you learn about yourself? And most importantly, how can you leverage this type of reflection for the next chapter in your life? I personally believe in the power of second chances. but I understand that they sometimes come with risks. You can be let down, taken advantage of. Sometimes you can even be left looking foolish. So being vulnerable, it's not lost on me. However, what we are in life without giving people, what are we in life if we don't give people a second chance? One answer might be that we are a society that loses something very important. An opportunity for redemption is sometimes where the greatest love in creation happens. Most certainly, it affords us all a greater step towards the essence of humanity, something I think right now this world really needs. Regardless of the results, the idea of redemption is a worthy reflection that I think should resonate here tonight. So if you consider giving someone in your life, including yourselves, a second chance, please note that there's two following things that I want you to think about. One is forgiveness and the other is encouragement. Forgiveness is perhaps the greatest strength a person can possess, but it's oftentimes the hardest to embrace. Forgive someone so you can move past the transgression that may have hurt you. By doing this, you give yourself peace, but you give them hope. And those are two very powerful things. Encouragement is a really powerful act of kindness that is reciprocal. This type of reciprocity is what I find so beautiful about our school. I see so many examples of teachers helping students and even students helping one another. It is a constant synergy that I find pumping through the veins of our school culture. And it always seems to benefit both parties. Teacher encourages student, student thanks the teacher when this success is had. This life force is real, and I believe it is all tied to that power of the second chance. So when you walk across this stage in just a few moments and symbolically complete this chapter of your life, I hope that you consider all that it took and who was there to help you along the way. If a second chance was given to you, how will you pay it forward? Be a part of the essence of humanity and go forward in this life, giving the forgiveness and encouragement to others that will undoubtedly change their lives. Class of 2022, congratulations, you deserve it. You know I'm going to do it. Speaking of second chances, I'd like to introduce one of the great men in my life. I have been working alongside Dr. Macheski for 20 years. I don't know if he realizes that or not, but it's been a long time. I think it's over 20 years, but we're dating each other right now. Dr. Macheski is a fearless leader, and what I love most about him is that he is a constant professional, even in times where he may be late to graduation. And what's special about that is that I can tell you guys, and whether he's understanding where I'm going with this or not, I know that he appreciates the fact that he knows how much I respect him. And I think that's why it's so easy for me to make a point right now that even the most successful people you know in your life sometimes err. And that's why it's so important for us to not hold on to things that might affect us. That's the power of the second chance. So I love this man. I can't wait to introduce him because of what he's done for me in my life, my family, but for all of you because he has been a huge part of the support that I have been able to give all of you. And so tonight it gives me great privilege to welcome Dr. Macheski.
I'm glad that you took it upon yourself to let everybody know that I'm the reason we started late tonight. I was going to add that in there at some point in time, and true transparency, that's exactly why we started a little bit late tonight. I could flip the script here and talk about the importance of being on time, always showing up on time, but I'll stick with what I was going to talk about. Thank you again, Mr. Turner, for those kind words, and thank you all for being here this evening, students, staff, and parents. I am very proud to be with you, the class of 2022, and your families and friends at this special occasion. You will hear and already have heard wise words tonight, with the most meaningful probably coming from your fellow graduates in just a few minutes. You've been through a lot together, and we are very proud of each and every one of you. You are here to celebrate with a diverse group of people made up of lots of different backgrounds, talents, and goals. As you move on to the next step in your journey, whether you will be further training, whether you will be further engaged in training, in education, starting your careers, joining the military, you will have choices about the type of person you become. One important choice you will make is whether you are someone who takes action or someone who waits for things to happen to them. You will decide whether to take risks and look for new ideas and opportunities, or play it safe and hope that perfect job or partner or dream comes to you. I am here to encourage you to take the chance. Now, some would argue that it's sometimes smart to play it safe, and that can be true. But if the past 2 years have shown us anything, it's that we all need to seize the opportunities in front of us and make the most of the time we have. You are entering a period in your life when the whole world is in front of you, when you may have the most freedom to choose your path, and then change your mind and choose another if the first doesn't quite work out. You are at a point where the roadmap isn't as clear as sitting in the same classroom every day for 6 to 7 hours. You have the freedom to explore, take new courses, and learn about the world around you and the mark you want to make on it. I know that can sound a little intimidating, even scary for some, but it's exciting as well, especially if you use the next few years to step outside your comfort zone. Try some things that you think you can't do. Not everything will work out exactly as you planned, but that's okay. It's in our stumbles, our failures, that we often learn the most. Sitting on the sidelines waiting to be called won't get you where you want to be. Waiting for someone else to reach out to you means you might miss a chance that was yours to grab. This is your time to seek those opportunities, to try new things, and take control over your future. You have worked hard. You have grown as leaders and as people. You have advocated for others, and you have made an impact on those around you. Now it's your turn to make an impact on the world. It's your turn to chart your course, and I have no doubt that you are ready. You are well prepared, class of 2022. Your teachers and staff here at Troy College and Career High School, and the family and friends who have gathered here with you tonight have given you the tools that you need to take that next step. They believe in you. We believe in you. Step forward with confidence, not hesitation. The choices are now yours, and I have every confidence you will continue to make us proud. Congratulations, class of 2022. The best is most definitely yet to come. At this time, I would like to introduce our next speaker. Thank you. Our next speaker, Troy School Board President, Mr. Carl Schmidt.
Thank you, Dr. Machewski. I, too, was late. We got a call from from staff here, and I was at home eating a salad, waiting for a tuna casserole to come out of the oven, thinking it was going to be 7 o'clock, and I knew when the phone rang, it was not going to be good. So, unlike Dr. Machewski, I live 3 minutes away, so I went flying out of the house and got here. So I'm really happy to be here. I want to start with a quick introduction. When I visit classrooms around the district, I always ask students, do you know what the Board of Education is? Do you know what a trustee does? Do you know how you get to be a trustee? And usually I have the same kind of blank look that I'm seeing on all your faces right now. So I do want to for my fellow trustees, could you wave your hands up there? So school board trustees are elected by people in Troy, and our job is to worry about you. So you may not know us, but we've been keeping our eyes on you for a number of years. I know how many fish you have in your saltwater tank. But we actually, our job is to support Dr. Machewski and his staff and the staff at your high school, and to make sure you have what you need to be successful. So that's who we are. So I want at least see every now and then we get to actually come and see you and talk to you. So I'm really excited to be able to do that with you here tonight. So before I get into the heart of my speech, I'd like to first take a moment to recognize the family members, teachers, administrators, and other staff who helped you all reach this day and who are now working through some serious feelings themselves, believe it or not. Perhaps a modern poet could best express what you leaving the Troy School District is doing emotionally to those you're leaving behind. So everybody get a Kleenex ready. So here's a modern poem for you. Are you ready? You cut out a piece of me, and now I bleed internally, left here without you. And it hurts for me to think about what life could possibly be like without you. What, no Kid Laroi fans here? No? Not at all? Okay. Powerful words from Kid Laroi. Okay, just kidding. We'll all be fine without you. We'll be fine. Okay, but let's... No, we will miss you. So let me, I'll be serious for a couple minutes here, and then I'll get off the stage so you can actually do what you want to do here. I've been doing the school board gig here for about 10 years, so that means across our 4 high schools, I've witnessed about 40 different senior speakers utter the words, "We finally made it." They're good words, and I remember them when I graduated as well. I think they're really good words for this graduating class because for a while I'm not sure any of us thought we were going to make it through COVID. So we can celebrate that. It's good that we made it. But I'm also struck when people say that, when I think about my own life and all the adventures that I've had since high school. And that makes me think what we're really celebrating here today with all of you is not so much an ending as it is a great beginning to what we hope will be your own fantastic life adventures. Life adventures are exciting. I've had plenty over the last 40 years since my own high school graduation. Many of those have been about my own advancement, more education, career, starting a company, running for public office, lots of stuff about me. But other adventures have focused on giving what some call a hand up to another person or cause, and those adventures have been the ones that have transformed me. So what is a hand up? A hand up is seeing another person with potential and helping them reach that potential by tearing down barriers in their way. It's challenging, it's often frustrating, but it's also a beautiful thing to do. It's something that everyone in this place right now has benefited from in multiple points of their life. And I'm not just talking about you as the graduates. Every person in this auditorium has enjoyed a hand up from someone else who noticed them and gave them help. For some, it's your parents. For others, it's extended family members. For many of us, it's been a teacher, a counselor, a mentor, a coach, a supervisor, a friend. It's basically anybody who saw something in us and worked with us until we could unleash our own potential. No one is self-made. There's no such thing as a self-made person. I want you to remember that. So if you look and say if someone ever says to you, "I did it all myself," they're lying to you. It's not possible. So let's go back to that great beginning that we're celebrating today. It's time for you graduates to recognize that just as older, grayer, more high mileage people like me up here have given you a hand up, you now have an even greater capacity to provide a hand up to somebody else. Now this is where I see how old I am. Do any of you remember the Matrix, the movie? Anyone see the old movie with Neo? Yeah, I got some hands up. That's good. Okay. So for those of you who haven't seen the old movie, the main character's name is Neo. He suspects his life is a kind of mirage, and he encounters another character, Morpheus, who claims to know the truth. Morpheus offers Neo a choice of 2 pills. A red pill will open his eyes to the real world around him, but once he takes it, there's no turning back. A blue pill will allow him to forget the meeting with Morpheus and just resume his normal life. So let's talk about me for a second, and then I want to turn it back to you. I took the red pill when I was 22. I just moved to Chicago after college to start my first job in market research, and I was thinking about something worthwhile to do outside of work. And I kept driving by this place near my apartment called Lydia's Home for Children. I thought, what a strange name. So I called on a whim and see if what they were, and it turns out that they were an orphanage. They were actually a group home for foster kids in Chicago. And I asked if they ever had anyone volunteer with kids, and they said, oh yeah, we desperately need that. So they assigned me a boy, and I showed up on the first day, and I pull into the parking lot, and I'm swarmed by about 20 little kids. They all know who I am, who I'm coming to see. They all want to show me something about themselves, and they all want to know if I can volunteer with them as well. So that parking lot was my own red pill. My eyes were really opened at that point to all those little forgotten ones, and it's really led to a life of mentoring, school board service, juvenile justice intervention, foster parenting, and most recently, service to Oakland Family Court as a court-appointed special advocate for a teenager in the foster system. Now, it hasn't been easy, and I can tell you it's been amazing to see the impact that even a little bit of contact you can make with a person can really make. And the best part is that every single child, every single teen that I've ever worked with has given me a hand up as well. I've learned more about myself. I've learned more about empathy for others. I've had them destroy a lot of my own prejudices. I've had them point things out about me that aren't very pretty and allow me to understand a little more about me. So it's always a two-way street when you commit to helping and really seeing someone else. So that's where your own growth comes in. So back to my challenge for you. Find your red pill. So Dr. Macheski talked about not being afraid to take a challenge. So I love that as an introduction to what I'm talking about here, because this is a particular challenge. And I'll tell you, it probably will have nothing to do with whatever career you're going to do. Just find a cause or a population of people that you care about, and then research how you can help, but more importantly, research who you can help. Raising money for a cause is really important, but every nonprofit always says what we really need is someone to do the work. Your group efforts as Troy students over the last several years have been admirable. One of the things I really like about TCCHS, when you do charities, it's not always about raising money. It's about doing things. So food drives and clothing drives, you're actually getting in and doing the work. Your visits to senior center in the area, those are fantastic things. So now it's a chance for you to actually choose your own path. You can decide exactly who do you want to help. Lend your hands to someone worthy of that support. And don't wait until you're 40. Start now, even as you begin your next chapter, whatever that chapter is going to be. If my own adventure is any indication, what you'll find is that you'll learn, you'll grow, and you'll be able to do more and help more as you move on. And whatever you do, don't ever take the blue pill. Don't just work on your own ambitions and keep yourself lying to others in need. I've known many blue pill people in my life. Blue pill people end up old and boring and vaguely dissatisfied, and I think it's because they haven't really touched another human being. So trust me, there's another human being out there who needs someone exactly like you, and you can actually help them reach their potential. Be that person for them, then find another person and give them a hand up, and another, as you grow old like me. You'll find that you'll meet some amazing people, you'll make a real difference in their lives, and you'll discover some things about yourself in the process. So on behalf of the entire Board of Education, congratulations, class of 2022, on a fantastic beginning. We wish each of you a wonderful future with many red pill adventures.
Thank you, Mr. Schmidt. It has been a distinct pleasure getting to know our first graduate speaker. He was one of our online Intersect students. He's an affable, intelligent, talented, and determined young man. Please welcome to the stage Devendra Ranjan.
I wasn't expecting to go first. Hey everyone, my name is Devendra Ranjan. I'm sure a lot of you don't know me or why I'm speaking at your graduation, but I'm a Troy Intersect student and I have been since the second semester of our freshman year. Throughout my high school years, I battled with working alone all the time and spent my time expanding my mind through school in a way that hasn't been done much in the past. Every day I would do my schoolwork, and being on my own schedule gave me an incentive to do my own research and studying. I would like to say I taught myself throughout my high school years. I learned 3 programming languages on my own and way more U.S. history than I ever wanted to know, and 30 different ways to categorize myself. INFJ, by the way. Going to school and talking about it was so difficult to explain to people. They never got the fact that I was virtual or even knew what that meant. After switching platforms completely, virtual school was different. But I was given the opportunity to attend two college classes for free, which I will forever be grateful for. It was honestly a weird experience though. It wasn't a bad one, and I don't regret going to online school. There was just such a limited amount of people doing the same thing as me, and I don't even think I spoke to other intersex students. Going to virtual school taught me that I didn't need to be in the classroom to learn. I could just be in the comfort of my own home to learn whatever I want, and I could teach myself. I have an anecdote I would like to share as well. The house I grew up in was very small, and I was 250 pounds from 2018 to 2019, and losing that weight was one of the most difficult things I ever did. I had to do push-ups and leg lifts in a small house that had old wood floors that blistered my hands, and I basically starved myself to lose the weight because I couldn't let another person call me fat. Through the process of losing this weight, I shut everyone and everything out and focused on one thing. That focus, that discipline taught me that I'm no longer something I didn't want to be, and I could shape and mold myself into anything I wanted. I know it's cliche to hear, but working at something and seeing that thing that you're working at physically or conceptually come to form is very good. I guess what I'm trying to say is that you can do that thing you're doubting yourself from trying to do, and you can do a really good job at it. Your life will pass you by faster than you can pass through it. You can spend that time not caring, going through life arbitrarily and just doing random things, or you can organize it, enjoy it, and create. Never be afraid to get your clothes dirty, and never be afraid to put your foot in the door. You're your own best supporter or your own worst enemy. The decision is completely yours. Congratulations to the graduating class of 2022. I wish you all the best.
Benja, thank you. That was an awesome speech, and even better hearing you present it in that way. It was very passionate, and I think it speaks to the theme tonight that I was talking about earlier. Sometimes it's about giving yourself a second chance, and it sounds like you did that in a very profound way, and what a great message to tell everyone here tonight. Speaking of second chances, I get the distinct pleasure of introducing our last student speaker of the night, and I purposely wanted to make sure that I did this because it was so thematic to second chances, because this young lady is someone that I gave a second chance to without really knowing how profound that second chance was for her or for me or our school. She has been such a powerful influence and such a wonderful leader and embodiment of what we want all of our young people to be one day, and she's just getting started. I'm very proud of her, and I think she's one of the biggest inspirations for the whole speech I gave tonight. So Alyssa McClarty, get on up here.
Good evening. I would like to start off with thanking the students, staff, families, and Board of Education for helping make these past 4 years everything that they were. It's an honor to be here tonight, not only to receive my high school diploma, but to deliver this speech to the incredible student body we have before us today. First off, I would like to say, seniors, we made it. After 4 long but yet short years, we are here. We accomplished one of the major early milestones of our adult lives. This is a major step in the journey of our life. It is one that should be recognized for its immense significance. It is not only an act of personal commitment, but also pride. We have all worked so hard to get to this day, and our dedication and hard work did not go to waste. Now, seniors, our 4 years have not been easy, but we did it. Now I'd like to share one of my favorite things about my fellow classmates and teachers. No matter who you are, what you are, and the type of person you are loved, you are valued, and you belong here. The memories we have made over the course of the 4 years in high school are memories we should cherish forever. My favorite memories from TCCHS are the memories I've made with my peers and teachers in and out of the classroom. Now I would like to end this speech by leaving you all with a quote by Lin-Manuel Miranda. My dear terrified graduates, you are about to enter the most uncertain and thrilling periods of your life. The stories you are about to live are the ones you will be telling your children and grandchildren about. Again, congratulations to the class of 2022. We made it.
Nice job, Allie. Okay, and she was able to do that, choking back the tears. It's been an emotional last couple of days every time we've been together, the staff and her and a lot of students, and that's what happens in a school like this, is you really start to become close with one another, and the relationship is really what makes this all so special. So, now is the part that you've been waiting for. I'd like to introduce back up to the stage, or back up to the presentation of diplomas, our school board president, Carl Schmidt, and reading the names of the graduates tonight will be our counselor, Derek Muhammad Ali. So let's get started.
Alyssa Ray McClarty. Delaney Riley Anderson. Hannah Marie Petty. Emma Lucille Winslow. Haley Jordan Swanick. Lauren Simone Berry. Shauna Allison Collins. Finn Michael O'Rourke. Devendra Ranjan. Daniel Halushaj. Evan Randall Ratliff. Joshua Trinidad Mabanglo. Troy Thomas Andrade. Michael Elijah James Friesen. Caden Matthew Martin. Amber Renee Messer. Shyla Llewellyn Price. Diana Muskus. Gabriela Rose Mendoza. Frankie Marie Miller. Aaron Polokoser. Wyatt William Lucas. Jacob Malcolm Gortat. Dominic Stephen Kramer. Chloe Brianna Schultz. Elizabeth May Olson. Kendrick Yevon Mitchell. Jaden Dane Pruitt. Cameron Ryan Mike Strozier. Michael Antonio Belisco. Dylan Jared Cade Schultz. Carter Stephen White. How's it going, buddy? Austin James Stapleton. Parker Thomas Twidell. Eric Chen.
Okay, we have one last person that we have to bring up here to finish this out. One last thing of pomp and circumstance. So, we'll wait for the staff to sit back down. Got a couple pictures being taken. At our school board, they do a little bit of everything. Fantastic. Nice job, Eric. Eric Chen. We didn't get much time with him, but it was a blessing. Nice job, Eric. That young man that just walked across the stage, it was fitting that he was our last graduate. He also had our highest GPA of all of our NC graduates this year. So He's just very humble. So, last person that I have the pleasure of introducing to everyone is our assistant superintendent. And I just wanted to say really quick, it's such a pleasure to have her closing this out because of what a support she also is to this program and its continued success as we continue to be innovative and supportive of trying to make everything is not only as equitable as possible, but as worthy of these young people that are down here tonight. And she's a big part of that, and so it gives me great pleasure to introduce our Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Instruction, Christine DiPilato.
Graduates, you have overcome so many obstacles to get here today. May you remember the pride and sense of accomplishment that you feel right now. May this feeling guide you and encourage you as you tackle the challenges that the world brings your way, knowing that you have the love and support of all of those around you. Will the graduating class of 2022 please stand and face the audience? Now is the time to move your tassel from right to left. The act of moving your tassel from right to left signifies that you are now a graduate of the Troy College and Career High School. You are among a legacy of Troy School District graduates who have demonstrated determination and grit. You have developed your character and intellect, and you will use your skills and kindness to benefit our world. We have a stronger community because you are a part of it. Parents, friends, teachers, staff, loved ones, please join me in celebrating, recognizing, and congratulating the Troy College and Career High School graduates of the class of 2022.